Hello, welcome to Wellness in the Woods. My name is Leslie Caretti and I will be your host today. We have a lot of really exciting things to talk about today, so stay tuned and let's get started with what is going on in the village this month. Okay, so right off the bat, we are continuing our second Saturday of every month. We're going to have two special things happening. One of them we're going to be talking about today, and one we talked about last month, our Nordic pole walking. So the Nordic pole walking will be the second Saturday from 10 to 12 p.m. at Clubhouse 7. So we're really excited to bring some movement to the village that everyone can participate in. Today we have a special guest with us, Shin, and we have been talking about the blue zone. And what is the blue zone? And how can we create a blue zone? Well, we are going to be talking about that on the 20th of April. We'll have a special luncheon on that day, and we're going to really dive deep into what is the blue zone? How can we create a lifestyle that everyone is living happily and successfully with friends, community? I mean, we need to do something that we can get out of our homes. COVID has been a terrible situation for all of us, where we have cocooned ourselves, and everyone kind of stayed alone by themselves. Now we're trying to get back out and flourish like flowers in the sun. So be sure to mark your calendar for the third Saturday of the month at Clubhouse 7 that we will be talking more about the blue zone. But today I have a special guest with me, Shin, and he's going to talk about how you can prepare yourselves, right, to learn more about what's really going on inside of your brain. So Shin, thank you again for coming. I know you have been doing some great work here in the community. I don't know, you've tested more than 50 people already. And some of the results are fantastic, and some of them not quite so fantastic. Right. So tell us a little bit more about this FDA-approved, how would you say,
it's a FDA-cleared the cognitive fitness level test. Mm-hmm. That's a medical device we decide to use to assess the cognitive level of our community peoples. So last 30 days, we did assessment for 52 residents, and that data is eye-opening.
Yeah,
so I'll show you some of the number.
Okay, all right.
It's a group, the score is from 0 to 100.
Okay.
Below 49 is impaired performance.
Okay.
And then 50 to 69 is a borderline, I mean 65, and 66 and above is normal.
Okay.
If you look at the age group at 69 and below, 100% of them are normal performance.
Okay.
And their average score was 82.4. But when you go up, it's a 70 to 79. Normal performance dropped to 72%.
Okay.
And then borderline 16%. Impaired is 12%.
Oh. Ooh.
The aging is actually a major risk for this
as people get older, the risk is greater.
Right.
So that's exactly what we're trying to prevent, right?
Yes.
Okay. All
so
right,
if you look at the 80 to 89 age group, 56.3 is a normal, and 25% is a borderline.
Borderline.
18.8 is impaired. Their average score dropped to 65.1.
Ooh, okay.
But it's a really interesting one is when you go over 90s, there are 4%. one person is impaired, but if we exclude this one impaired person, the average score of this 3 person was 74.
Oh, that's higher. That's even higher.
Higher than the 70.
80 to 89.
Right.
Higher. Oh, wow.
So that's what we want to learn. And we are going to perform this cognitive test for about 1,000 residents, and then utilize this data to raise the awareness of the issue we are facing, and we want to come up with our own solution
to the issue. Yeah.
Customized to our own community.
Yeah. So Amber, can you come over?
Hi.
Hey, Amber. Okay, so we're going to have you take the test. It's very easy. It's going to tell you exactly what to do, and you just follow on the computer, and you don't have to answer any questions really, like type anything in.
Sure.
You just use the mouse.
Okay.
Okay, and it's going to be very, very easy. So don't worry about it. I'm
Okay.
sure you're going to do great.
Thank you. Okay, I'll go do it.
Okay, so Amber's going to take the test now,
Okay,
just
that's great.
just so that we can, get a sense. It's going to take how long? About 20 minutes?
So regular test is actually 10 minutes, but based on the speed, because the machine self-calibrate, for the participant in this community, it takes 20 more. So it takes almost 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It takes
Okay.
longer.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Because people take a little bit longer
Slow in their response.
in their response. Okay, okay. All right, so we'll see how it turns out.
Okay.
Now, this test is actually to show the risk level for the Alzheimer's, right? Or for dementia. But who should be taking this test?
Actually, it's all of our residents, because as we're getting older, the risk is getting higher, but there's no cure or medicine. So we need to detect any degradation on the cognitive the fitness level and take action early on.
Yeah, because if we do take action early, we can prevent or delay the Alzheimer's.
Yes, that's the whole purpose. First, there's risk factors. First, we want any cardiac risk related, any blood pressures, cholesterol level, or sugar level. We want to eliminate those risk factors. And then we monitor the fitness level, and then their social activity, and then any cognitive stimulation activities.
Yeah.
And
So,
their
so what you said, their social activity is very important.
Yes.
So I know a lot of people are still staying at home and not really getting out as much as possible. So just by simply going to club meetings and doing things here in the village, can that help?
That will help, but real help is participate in certain activities. So there's a lot of research reports, and if you participate in line dancing, for example, the risk reduction is 76%.
Oh, I hope you heard that, ladies and gentlemen. Line dancing is how much?
76% risk
76%
Yeah.
reducing the risk?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because,
So line dancing, that's
right,
good.
because a combination of a physical activity as well as a brain exercise to coordinate your steps.
Right.
And then there's a social interaction, and you're having fun.
And what other things are good?
Other things, like there's another research report for the lifestyle, what is easy for you to practice. If you play tennis, that improves your life expectancy for 76%.
76% increased?
Yes. But if you have a badminton, it's 64%.
Oh, okay.
But if you do the gym and the solo exercise, only 1.5.
Oh, really?
Swimming is 3.2 years.
Oh, 3.2 extra years for swimming.
Yes, so
okay.
it's very important to you
So
just have
going on the gym is only 1.5%,
right,
and swimming is 3%,
3.2, yeah.
3.2. And line dancing is?
76%.
I know, but how many years does it increase so we get on the same?
Oh, so it should be the regularly. Just do regular participation.
Okay.
So it's basically you changing your lifestyle to healthy lifestyle. There's also element for diet.
Yes.
So we are recommending mind diet.
Right.
So it's very simple actually to implement. Once you, the key is your willingness to participate.
Right.
And that's the first step. And then we want to work together and do social activities recommendation and the physical activity recommendation and find out if there's any sleep problem.
Oh, okay. Sleep. Yeah. I know that sleep is very important. Mm-hmm. And I just learned this since I've been wearing my watch. Yes. I hope that some of you were able to get this when we were passing out the watches at the beginning of the year. And it's really exciting because it tells you exactly how many steps you do, how long you sleep, et cetera, and it was really, we just thank you. The Healthy Living Club just really enjoyed that. We have so many members that are ecstatic about that. So thank you so much for providing that for us. Now, we are going to be giving these tests. Let me see, what are the dates we have? Every Tuesday?
So actually it has been changed. We have a supporting groups. Mm-hmm. So the major difficulty of expanding this program was test site.
Test site, yeah.
Because the Clubhouse 1 is shut down, and then we can offer only a few tests during our regular meeting time.
Right.
So we have a discussion with Mac Learning Center in this the third floor of this community building, and they actually offered us test site. So we are opening up the test site to 9 to 3 every Monday.
Oh, okay, every Monday.
Every Monday.
Okay.
And we are also in discussion with Table Tennis Club. They're going to open up for every day from 9 to noon time. So we are in discussion. Okay. And then we are expecting positive response from them if they allow us to test our residents as well as their members.
And then you're going to be testing also Wellness in the Woods and during the pole walking?
Oh, we already did, but we're going to do more.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes.
All right, so you can look forward to testing at Clubhouse 7 as well on Saturday mornings on the second or third Saturday of the month between 10 and 12. And remember, you either get there early and hope you get a spot or call and make an appointment.
Right.
Because we try to do them in 20-minute sections, so people have enough time to finish. But we can only do 4 or 5 each time. So that's why we're getting many locations. So if you want to have your club have a special day for an introduction of this, Shin would be happy to come and talk to you. I'm so ecstatic and happy that he's helping the Healthy Living Club, the Active Wellness, and Wellness in the Woods.
And then also folk dance group, we already did.
Okay, and the folk dance group too.
Right.
Very, very good. Okay. Very, very good. So this FDA test, has it been cleared by?
It's FDA cleared. It's a clinical device.
Yes.
It's in use in the neuropsychologist and in the hospital environment.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's a regular device.
and as far as what they're testing, they're testing obviously memory, but what else are they testing?
Oh, they're testing for the several functions.
Yes.
It's the memory, and then executive function, and then discrimination, and then spatial distance, and then there's like a word recognition and several pattern recognition, and then also different shape recognition. So
I know.
It's a pretty comprehensive test, actually.
Yeah, I actually took the test already too, so it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Sorry, I have a little frog in my throat today. But really, it's so important. I mean, you can have absolutely no sign of dementia whatsoever. You still should take the test. Why? Because you should get an idea of where you are, so that when you take it again, maybe next year or 6 months from now, you'll be able to see if there's any change. So the whole purpose of us doing this is not just for someone who may think, oh, I don't know if I have it, or I don't know if I have it. This is for everyone. This is a test. It's to give you a baseline so that you know as time goes on, you know, how you're doing. And what our program is going to go towards is bringing the community together, having more things that you feel comfortable in doing in community. So when we have these events at Clubhouse 7, please bring your friends, because the more we're together, the better lifestyle we'll have, because there's nothing better than sitting down or doing something with a friend. What would you say?
Right.
Yes. So is there anything else you want to talk about the test? I mean, I think it's a great idea.
So the key is there's no cure. The prevention is the best protection we can have. And we have a good resource in the community. We have lots of activity clubs. We also have retired doctors. So we want to come up with our own way of blue zones you just mentioned.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we are definitely going to be trying to come up with our own way of creating a blue zone here. There's only 5 or 6 of them in the world where people are actually concentrating on having a better lifestyle. One of them is right here in California, in Loma Linda. So we want to just do a similar thing where people are living healthy, active, and way over 100 years old. So if that's something that you would like to do, please come to Clubhouse 7 on the 20th. That's Saturday the 20th from 10 to 3. We'll have a luncheon, and this is going to be our main topic that we're going to be talking about is the blue zone, and we will also have available testing on that day as well. So I really want to thank you so much, Shen, for coming. And I know you've put a lot of work into this. And honestly, the whole community should be thanking you.
No, it's
You know,
purpose
so
of
I-
our living.
I know. So I thank you for all of the work that you have done, not only now, in the future and the past.
Okay.
Thank you very
Appreciate it.
much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back in just a few moments with Amber and see how the test went. Welcome back, Amber. Well, what did you think? How did you like the test?
It was very user-friendly.
Yes.
There were cues that came up and they were easy to follow. So it was fun.
Yes,
and
yes,
it didn't
yes.
feel difficult at all.
Oh, okay. All right, that's great. How did you like that part where they were giving the letters? I mean, it was pretty crazy when it was just like, what's the first letter that you saw? And then bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, you just have to engage them,
Right.
focus, and then it's fun to follow.
It's fun to
Yeah.
follow, yes. Well, it was really, really fun. So do you have any questions?
When do I get my results? I'd like to know that.
Good questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so they'll be emailed to you tonight.
Okay.
So you'll get
Lovely.
the results, and you will be surprised. I mean, obviously, we don't know right now, but it'll show all the different levels of your memory, or how fast you were, how you
Fascinating.
process.
Yeah.
You know, so it's pretty great.
Fascinating
So
stuff. Thank you very much.
you're welcome. Well, thank you for coming and actually doing
Yeah,
this
you're
here.
welcome.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
We'll see. We'll see. So call me when you get the test.
I will do. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll be right back with our next guest. Welcome back, everyone. We have another extraordinary person that lives here and works here in the village. This is Gafar. Can you tell us a little bit about your extraordinary life?
Sure. Thank you for having me. I think some people at Laguna Woods would recognize my face over the years. My name is Gafar Porazar. I am Azerbaijani-Iranian, British American. And I lived half of my life in China. And so some people say with all those cultures and languages within me, I am a true American.
So you were born where?
In Iran, but we're a minority of Azerbaijan.
Okay, and then you grew up in London?
In England,
In
Cambridge,
England?
London,
Okay.
Manchester. Yeah.
Yes. And then you went to China for 30 years?
Yes, mostly in Beijing and then Shanghai. And of course, my connection with that is that they call me the Monkey King in
Yes.
China. My signature role in the Beijing Opera. So I made myself unique by becoming really the only member, the only non-Chinese member of the professional Beijing Opera. And it's been a ride. I went through so many amazing...
Well, you know, the thing about being the Monkey King, which I know the story very, very well, but the thing that is extraordinary about it is all of the magical tricks and things that he could do.
Right.
And
right.
the ability, I mean, I don't understand how you could actually jump around in the Chinese opera and, you know, be able to do this. How much practice did you need to do?
Well, I was 32 when I arrived in China, and I went to the Beijing Opera School, and I lived there and trained with teenagers for 5 years, 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, and rehearsals and performances in the evenings. Every morning there'll be two Manchurian big guys, teachers, pulling my legs apart at 180 degrees.
Oh, no.
And then we have a saying in the Beijing Opera that 1,000 1,000 1,000 kicks.
1,000 kicks.
Yeah, and that's just the 2 hours, the first 2 hours. Then we have stage fighting, face painting, acrobatics, martial arts, singing and dancing and drama. And that became my life. The traditional China face painting is amazing fine art, and the costumes, the silk, beautiful silk costumes of mostly Ming Dynasty.
Yes, yes.
They were all taken into the Beijing Opera. And what made them special, these actors, this art form, was that they taught kung fu, martial arts and acrobatics to actors.
Wow.
So these actors, they can become the wind. They can become the fountain. They can become a storm. That's the idea of an actor in Chinese tradition, is not just performing humans, but
Yes, yes.
ability to become the elements.
Yeah, that is amazing. I mean, that is a true description of the monkey.
The Monkey King, yes.
The Monkey King.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys were present. We did the Chinese New Year last year, and it was amazing. And Gafar performed the Monkey King on that particular event.
Yeah.
And right now you are actually working with seniors at the Florence Sylvester Center. Is that right?
Yes, I've been doing, because my life has been connected with movement of all kinds, from ballet to modern, from pantomime to Tai Chi, Kung Fu martial arts, and of course the Chinese opera put it all together in my body. My father passed away from Alzheimer's, so I had many years of experience with that. And I used to take him to the park and do my juggling, and he would be throwing the stick and the ring and so on at the right time. I mean, even with that, the mind that he already had, he wasn't clear. But he knew at what time he'd just throw me the ring,
Yes.
throw me the stick, or a musical beat on the drum. And that, I used those techniques in working with people with Parkinson's issues and Alzheimer's issues. my first class was at Laguna Niguel YMCA, and then at Sylvester.
At Sylvester Center. So what day do you do this class now at Sylvester Center?
Well, right now we stopped and we start the next session.
Okay, okay.
So we can inform the people.
Okay, well, stay tuned, yes, for that.
And I've been asked from different centers to kind of develop this in a unique form, because I did find from the Beijing Opera, from the martial arts, and from being a European, if you like Shakespeare and Lord of the Rings,
yes.
but being Azerbaijani Iranian, also the Middle Eastern methodology, the techniques, I just managed to find what it is that makes life a little bit more fun and being engaged.
I like that.
Yeah.
Life being a little bit more fun and being engaged.
By being
so you've
engaged.
basically brought all of these different elements that you have learned together, and you're creating a new way of having fun and at the same time exercising your brain.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it.
Well, I find the extension to life, or revibrating those cells that we think die, the human body is incredible.
Yes.
Learning is number one in extending your life. And most people, the cells are excited by learning. And that in itself, of course, if it's done in a fun way and in a group system and with music and movement.
Well, we would love to have you at one of our wellness events. So
Thank you.
we definitely
Sure.
look forward to that, because it sounds so delightful and fun, because that's what that's what we need. We need laughter. We need more fun in our lives. And speaking of laughter, I do want to mention Cheryl Russell has continuously, for years here in the village at Clubhouse 1, which is now closed, so I don't know if they're doing it online or if they're doing it in the park, but she has brought laughter from India, which is called laughter yoga. And now that Clubhouse 1 is closed, I don't know exactly what's going to happen with that event.
Well,
but
I heard them in Clubhouse too, and I kind of joined them just on the corner, just laughing.
Yes, okay, so maybe they've moved to Clubhouse 2 now. That is great, so thank you for letting me know that. But I am so pleased to have you today, and I know your work, and it is absolutely beautiful. I think we just have a couple of minutes if you just want to let us really know a little bit about Jane Goodall.
Yes,
because you're starting this play.
Yeah, the reason why I'm here today is because of Dr. Jane Goodall. It's her 90th birthday in a few days, next week. And it so happens she's a good friend of mine for 25 years. I met her in China when she started the Jane Goodall Institute at Beijing and Shanghai. And of course, they're like in 60 countries. But I kind of helped her out, and I went on stage with her as the Monkey King, working with the Chimp Queen.
Yes, yes. So Jane is the Chimp Queen.
She's the Chimpanzee Queen, she is.
You know.
She's been saving them. I mean, she's, at the age of 3, she was already out there searching for nature.
Saving animals and keeping them safe.
Thing. At the age of 8, she swore she would come to Africa to save the animals. And look what she has done.
Yeah.
She is number one. She is number one in the world when it comes to animal protection, environmental, and the planet. And guess what? I have written a musical about her life.
Oh.
And her chimpanzee and her work with the environment and the planet.
Well, we can't wait to see that.
It's kind of a Lion King, but it's not. It's done by the Monkey King. And it's full of excitement, fun, but wisdom, which is what she brings on the table with all those years.
Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you at one of our next events.
My pleasure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, remember, everything that you do with love. And I'll see you next time.